Hey guys, so today I already have my base done, which means I only have eyes and stuff like that to do because today we're doing a very exciting video. I know many people have already done this because they're on the Colourpop PR list, which I'm not on, very sadly. I feel like people get so mad when YouTubers want to be on PR lists and it's like, we can afford the makeup. That's not the point. Like I buy Colourpop for myself that I never show you guys on camera. I buy tons of Colourpop for myself that I just don't show you guys on camera because it just doesn't make it into a video or whatever the case is. So this isn't about me not wanting to spend the money on Colourpop because I really enjoy Colourpop as a brand. It's more so just, they're in LA, I'm in the UK. There's an 8-hour time difference, so you can tell how far away we are from each other. So when I order something, it takes anywhere from 10 days to 2 weeks for me to get it. And by then, Colourpop has already released 5 different collections that everyone else has made videos on because they receive the collections pretty much as they launch or like a day before. So there are a lot of videos on the internet about this collection. That's not going to stop me from filming a video on it because I think, one, it's one of their most exciting collections, like definitely one of the most hyped. 2, I think they're going to restock it. Considering how well it's sold, considering who it's with, I think they're going to restock it. So I'm filming this video just in case you guys didn't grab it the first time around. You can maybe grab it the second time around if you really like this. I'm sorry for my red eyes. I'm exhausted. Honestly, if you guys don't know, I have a puppy. She's amazing, incredible, the cutest, sweetest thing in the world, but she's also just a handful. She's basically a full-time job on top of my full-time job. So if you're noticing a slight like decrease in video uploads on my main channel or on this channel, it's purely because I've just become a mother and I'm just struggling. I am not sleeping a lot. I'm sleeping literally like 5 hours a day and still trying to work for like 12 hours. Also my nails. Considering I am now a parent, I've realized what it means, like, oh, like a lack of self-care, like barely have time to do my makeup. Look at this. I just don't know how I would ever find 3 hours of my day to get my nails done. Because when she's sleeping, that's my time to work. And when she's not sleeping, it's my time to take care of her. So I'm genuinely bamboozled by when I'm supposed to get my nails done. I have the whole collection I just ordered, pressed add collection to cart. I wasn't even going to pick separate things because I liked all of it. This is the palette, which is the most exciting bit, so we're going to leave it till last. We have 2 Luxe glosses. I don't think I've ever tried the Luxe gloss formula. It's kind of a controversial one. Some people love it, some people hate it. I'm wondering, because it's in the same packaging as the Kylie high glosses, is it the same formula or is it going to be different? So this is Glacier. I think this packaging is the most adorable thing in the world. I feel bad throwing it away because I think this is like, so much effort went into this, honestly. This is this one, which is just a, I guess you could say clear with like silver sparkles. Oh my god, the packaging is just so cute. The green with the little mushrooms. Oh, this is so Kristi. Oh, this is definitely way more sticky than the Kylie lip glosses. Now I know what people meant. It's probably a very polarizing formula. Like you can tell it's thick, but I can tell it's also, if you apply a very thin layer, tap it out, it's going to be one of those lip glosses that doesn't move around or kind of go away very quickly. But if you overdo it, it's going to get stringy. I'm assuming just by putting it on my hand. This is what it looks like. It's got amazing shine. This one's stunning. This basically over any color, pink, red, burgundy, whatever it is, you can put it over and it's going to look incredible. And then this is Wildflower. Let's see, this was going to be like the pinky one. I'm hoping everything's recording properly because I've been so tired that I just don't realize when things are not recording properly. So this is what that one looks like. It's like a beautiful, like dusty pink. This is what these look like. My accent just completely left me. So this one's definitely less glittery. It's got a slight sheen going through it rather than like a glitter, and this is definitely more glittery, so it shimmers and glimmers more, but I think these are both stunning. I'm probably going to use the pink because I like these kinds of shades with just like a lip liner. We have 3 cream gel liners. Now these are also very polarizing thing. Can you tell my brain has just stopped working like 2 weeks ago? I think when these launched, the formula was different and most people didn't like it. Now since then, the formula has, I believe, changed, but the people that didn't try the new formula still think that it's like the old formula, so they're not trying the new formula. I've only ever tried the new formula. I've never tried the old formula. So I have a bunch. Okay, so I've been organizing my makeup lately. So all of the colorful ones on top are Colourpop gel liners, and I've tried all of these colors and they're beautiful. Even the pastels actually show up. Versus recently I got the Beauty Bay pastel trios that they were selling, and those basically look like the same shade on your eyes over and over again. They're like pastel but very white based, and they're just not the best. They're super stiff. They're not creamy at all. This is the yellow one. So these also have little mushrooms on them. This is basically a mustard gold. I've been looking for one like this because I have the one from the Sunflower collection, but this one has a shine to it. It's like shimmery, but I wanted like a matte one. Wow, this did not take any building up at all, but look at that. I'm debating between this one and the green one, I believe. Hold on, give me a moment. So this is the one from the Sunflower collection, if you have that one. I'm just going to swatch it next to it, just so you get a vibe, a feeling. This is the Sunflower one. You can tell it's got a sheen to it. And then this is the Marigold from the RawBeautyKristi collection. Look how pigmented that is. Oh my god. They're very different. Like, if you have the Sunflower one, you can still definitely get the RawBeautyKristi one as well. If you're like me and you like to find subtle differences between all products to excuse the shopaholic tendencies to yourself, then very different shades for very different occasions. Woodsy is probably the brownie shade that she released. I feel like I watched the release, like the launch video, so I know everything that's in this collection. Oh yeah, this is like a beautiful, not too warm, not too cool. I'm going to show you the next one as I'm applying it, because I feel like that's like the satisfying part, and I keep on forgetting to do that, and it looks shady. This isn't Morphe. This isn't people just going, oh yeah, it's so pigmented, but they're like, but you know, people would like lick their finger to make the swatches look better. I'm not saying anyone actually did that. I'm saying it kind of looks like people do that. However, people do wet swatches, and you can tell. I'm sorry, you can tell. And if you think we can't tell, like, I get it, I am visually impaired and I need glasses, but like I can tell when a swatch has been done on a wet base because it's got like that ring around it. Like it's a deeper ring with like a lighter inside. Like, you're telling me I can't tell that you literally put a setting spray on your hand and then swatch the eyeshadow over a wet base. So this is the last one, and I think this packaging is the cutest thing in the world. This one's called Spare Time. It's got like the rose gold. Oh, I'm gonna swatch it live for you so you know how creamy these are. If you've been on the fence about these, or if you tried the old formula and you're wondering what the difference is, here it is. You have to be careful with rolling these up though, because they are so smooth, emollient, gel-like. They're going to crack. So just be careful with that. Look at that. Need I say more? No, not really. I don't need to say more. I've said enough. Well, I haven't said anything, but I've shown enough. So the At First Sight palette has two shimmery shades. I believe it's Evergreen and West Coast, which is like a gold and a green. Now, considering this is a 12-pan palette, there's only two shimmers, as you can see on the back. There's only two shimmers. So they made 4 Super Shock shadows that you can use alongside this palette, but they wanted kind of more mattes to have more versatility with the kind of looks you're going for. So I have all the Super Shock shadows, and then maybe once this comes back in stock, you'll kind of know if you need to get all of them, or if you're kind of fine with just getting one Super Shock shadow, or if you don't need them, that's fine. I like that for each collection, they changed the color of the packaging. I know it's such a simple thing, but I think it just, when you look into your collection, you can quite clearly see like what collection's what, you know? This one's called Mycelium. I don't know any of these pronunciations of things. I am an immigrant, leave me alone. But also, I'm not from America. This is a very Washington-based collection. From the reveal video, she said she based all of this on like the nature in Washington, and I'm not from Washington, and I'm also not a nature person. So this is what this one looks like. It is a gold-ish, but not like a yellow gold, like a more neutral bronzy gold. These, I just forget how good these feel every time I touch them. I'm like, oh, so good. So this is what that one looks like. So they have different types of the Super Shock shadows. So this is the Ultra Glitter formula, which isn't like the smooth formula. I'll show you the difference, okay? Because I think we all need to be educated a little bit. So this is the Ultra Glitter formula, which you can tell from the glimmer and shine. You can see, right? So they have another type of the Super Shock shadow called Ultra Metallic, which is obviously not Ultra Glitter. I'm saying things that are super not obvious here. This is the one I broke. You can tell because it's lifting on the side. Anyway, so this is from the That's Hope collection. This is the shade Kush. So I'll just show you guys the difference between Ultra Metallic and Ultra Glitter. See that? So I'll just put this one kind of on the edge here. Okay, this is Ultra Metallic. It is just a beautiful like wet sheen, and then this is Ultra Glitter. It's glittery. Do you see the difference? So that's kind of just a decision you have to make. If you've tried both of these before, you'll know which one you like more. The Ultra Glitter is very special on the eyes. I think it just twinkles. I feel like my personality when I'm sleepy is just me, but like more. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but like it's me, but more. I think they're all Ultra Glitter. Yeah. Yes, these are all the Ultra Glittery ones. Okay, so this is Olympic. I can't tell you anything about these references. I think Kristi definitely explained them in the video, but I just can't remember because, like I said, my brain's been in a fog. I don't know what's happening. So if you guys want to know kind of the history or the meaning behind any of these names, then obviously watch Kristi's video. It's beautiful. It's amazing. She's done so many like reveal videos this year. One, her pregnancy, two, her Pure collab, and then her Colourpop collab, and I get emotional every single time, so here we are. Okay, so this is Olympic, which is more of a, I don't know how to explain this colour, but it's this colour. This is the one. This one seems to be slightly less chunky glittery, but still considered the same formula. But this is like the ultra glitter, but this is also ultra glitter, but you can tell they're slightly different. But then this is also different from this, which you can tell. These are like almost 3 different formulas. This is super sheeny smooth. This is super ultra chunky glittery. And then this is, it has like specks of glitter going through. You'll just have to decide what you need. I'm trying to give you guys the best descriptors possible, but you know, you just have to look. You just have to look for yourself. So then we have Campfire. Campfire is a typical... Okay, I'm glad we had this moment to just like appreciate how amazing this looks on camera. Oh my god, this one feels smooth. I don't know why this one felt so different, but it just did. Okay, so this is very similar to this in formula. You can tell it's smooth with little glitters going through it, whereas this one is still more of that chunky one. It's very similar to Ritz from the That's Taupe collection. Anyway, and then I was very excited about this one. It's called Like a Moss. It's supposed to be like a mossy, oh my god. And it goes from like a brownie to a greeny yellowy, can you tell? Very beautiful. This one also feels super smooth. Not that any of them don't feel smooth, like they all just feel amazing, so there you go. Ah, that one's so beautiful. Oh my god, let's do a second layer. I like to layer these up just to see how far we can push it. Oh my god. Beautiful. Anyway, if I was going to say which ones you guys need, well, you don't need any of them because makeup's not a necessity. However, if I needed to say that you need one of them, I'd say maybe this one is the most special, the orange one. And then I'd say this one. And then I'd say these two are, like I feel like you have these shades. Maybe not the exact formula, but I feel like you definitely have these shades somewhere in your collection. Even in Colourpop palettes, sometimes they put these kind of super shock shadows in there. However, I think these two are the most special. So if you're going to get any of them, then maybe the last two are kind of where I would place my bets. And now let's get into the most exciting part. It's the palette. I think people like this formula. I haven't seen too many videos on this because I kind of wanted to just not. Phoebe's sleeping. I hope she stays that way until I finish filming. So I know some people said this was like a really good formula. I know Colourpop sometimes, you know, different shades, different collections have different formulas just based on kind of, I don't know, they decide, you know, that I don't know. I don't make makeup. I don't know why formulas are different. No Colourpop palette I've used so far was bad ever. They're all great. They're all very good quality. But there are some palettes that are like impeccable quality. Like recently I used the strawberry one. So this one, Strawberry Shake Pressed Powder Palette. It's such good quality. Like I don't know why, but it was just so blendable. Like I said, there are no bad palettes from Colourpop that I've tried so far, but there are some that just have like that slight edge. And I think people are saying that this has like that slight edge, but then some people said it's more difficult to work with because the shades are kind of tricky to nail. This is called At Forest Sight. Like I said, it's 12 shades. It's cardboard packaging. I believe no mirror because only the plastic ones have mirrors. So this is what it looks like. The little mushrooms and the font is that like shiny stuff, kind of like on books, book covers, some look like this. Very beautiful. And this is what the palette looks like. Oh my god, it's so pretty. It's very pretty. Okay, there you go. Okay, so let's start swatching maybe. Then oh, this swatches really nicely though. So this is the first shade, it's called Puffball. Oh, then there's Chanterelle. I'm sorry that I'm not swatching on camera, like I'm not lying to you. So this is the first top row. So it goes Puffballs, Chanterelle, Rainier, and Old Growth. This is what those look like. Those are some good matte shadows. Then we have the two only shimmers in the palette. So we're going to just go across. Oh my god, these are beautiful. Okay, so there's the two shimmers. This is definitely very similar to Like a Moss. So maybe you don't need Like a Moss. Then there's like a beautiful yellow gold, like a brownie, and then like a burgundy. And then we have the last, which is the deepest row. It's got like those beautiful foresty, emeraldy shades, like gem shades almost, like these two right here. I love this right here, this poo shade with this poo shade up here. I love me a poo shade on the eyes. Oh my god, look at guys. Okay, these are some beautiful swatches. That's all I'm gonna say. Spoiler alert, I really like these. So there's obviously the first one, which is Fiddlehead, then there's Emerald City, PNW, and then Let It Rain. Look at Let It Rain. It's got like pink and copper shimmer going through it. I think that's beautiful. I know people kind of struggle to use the sequin formula because it's like if you start to blend it with a fluffy brush, all the sequins just go away. And then if you want to pack it on, apparently during the day, it would just start to fall out. You know, people are like, oh, makeup's so vapid, it's like so shallow. And I'm like, you know what, makeup's the only thing that's really been keeping me sane for the last, well, a long time, but mainly, you know, in the last 2 weeks when I've been busy with just like having a puppy. If she falls asleep and I have a spare few hours, doing my makeup is really just something that like makes me feel good, you know? I have some new brushes, so I'm just gonna use fresh brushes instead of having to clean my old ones. I have this Wet n Wild brush, just the ones with the pink tip. It was literally like £2. We're gonna go into Chanterelle, just in like the crease area. I'm just applying a little bit more just to deepen up the crease. I'm kind of doing like a tapping motion first just to set the colour down. But this is so pigmented. My mirror is kind of far away from me, and like I said, I am visually impaired, so I'm hoping I'm blending this out well. We'll find out later on. Just gonna pile that on, just kind of everywhere, just, you know, pretty much up to the brow bone, kind of. I love those kind of yellowy pooey shades. Like, they're just so nice. Look at that. Why am I so far away? I did slip away. Oh, this eye came out darker than this eye. That's not good. My bad. I definitely applied too much. I got her a playpen the other day. It's huge. It literally takes up like a third of my room. And that's not even the full size of it, because you can kind of like take it apart and put it into smaller pieces. So you can do like a 1x1 or a 1x2 or a 2x2. Like, you know, you can really make it big. I have it on like the, like I left two of the like pieces of the pen out. And I'm just using, you know, the 1x2-ish. And it's huge. It's a huge playpen. And yet I put her in there. I sit on my bed. She starts crying. I take her out of the pen and she's fine, even though she has the same amount of space now. Like, there's this, the pen and the outside pen is the same size. She's obsessed with me. Like, I just want to make that part clear. She will cry if I go missing for 2 seconds. Which I get, like, I appreciate it, but also I don't want her to have separation anxiety, you know? But then you leave her for 2 seconds to literally go pee, and she cries as if you, I don't know. Like, I don't know what would have to happen for a dog to cry that much. It's like, please, please, please just be independent. I get it, she's only 10 weeks old, she's still a baby, so I get it, she's a typical baby. She's just like, please, I want my mummy, but sis, I need to work so that you can get food, you know? I'm working for your food. Okay, I think we've got a good yellow base down. This is beautiful. Let's do a smaller brush now. I have these Sample Beauty. This is the PA 109, maybe, possibly. It's like a small brush. Should we go straight into Fiddlehead, maybe? So straight into this like mossy green one. Oh my god. That is truly pigmented. These work kind of differently to the regular shadows. I can't explain how or why, but they're just a bit different. Not in a bad way. They're just definitely more pigmented, but I feel like they're more difficult to move around, which isn't always a bad thing. Because it kind of means that they'll stick in one spot and that they are more pigmented because they, you know, stick to one spot. But these might not be as beginner friendly as some of the other Colourpop palettes. And then we blend the edges with kind of like the yellow brush that we used, just to blend things together. Okay, so this is the green and the yellow for now. I think it looks beautiful. So let's add, I kind of want to mix Chanterelle with Fiddlehead, like the green, and get like a yellowy green going, just to help blend these shades together. just so there's no harsh lines or anything like that. On the flimsy brush, I'll go into Puffball and then just swing that through the crease as well. I don't know, I just want to use more shades. That kind of toned down the green. It just made it more neutral, subtle, just kind of blended it into the yellow a bit more. Just in case, I'm going to take Fiddlehead, the green, and then just kind of pile it on a little bit closer to the center of the lid, just to make sure that we're covering enough. Sometimes I accidentally leave this space kind of more blank when it comes to the shimmer shadows, and then it looks a bit weird, and then I have to go back in. Okay, I think that's enough of the matte. There we go. Okay, and then just go in and blend that out. Amazing. Okay, so now what I'm thinking is I'm gonna, instead of using these two shimmers, because I feel like if you're buying a 12 pan palette when there's only 2 shimmers, you're not buying it for the shimmers, you're buying it for the mattes. I showed you guys the mattes, they work nicely. So we're going to use the shimmer shadows just to make sure that we know what they look like. I'm going to go into like moss, possibly, maybe, all over the lid. Oh my God. You guys need to see this in person to know just how beautiful it looks. Like, it's just got such a beautiful shine. I think that's evenly applied. I feel like because of the green base that I've got, it definitely made the Super Shock look more green. I feel like if you put more yellow underneath it, it would kind of, it's kind of like a shape shifter, color shifter. I feel like it's got both yellow and green in it, so depending on kind of what base you have, it might pull more green or more yellow. Then what I'm gonna do is take Olympic maybe and apply that in the inner corner and brow bone area with just a brush. This is one of my favorites, the Zoeva 234 Luxe Smoky Shader. I have 2 of these because I always use them. I have the Sample Beauty PA107, which is just like a small brush, and I'm going to go into Chanterelle and just apply that on the lower lash line. Just blend that out, and then just on the tip I'm going to go into Fiddlehead, that green one, and then just smoke that in there as well, just kind of more gently, just to give it that same vibe. And then what I'm going to do, just to tie things in together, and I think what sets Super Shock shadows and other shimmers apart is they don't have fallout, so I can just use these on the lower lash line without kind of fearing that I'm going to have shimmer everywhere. So I'm just taking it on the brush. This one's definitely the most emollient out of all of them, and I've had one of these emollient ones before and it kind of creased on me, so I'm scared. But the more emollient it is, the easier it picks up with a brush. But look how stunning that looks. Okay, that's where I'm gonna leave that. I mean, both the yellow and the green would work with this look, even the brown. I mean, all of these would work. Which one do I want to use the most? I'm gonna go into the yellow, just for funsies. So here's how that yellow looks. It just blends into the lower lash line so beautifully, and it's so creamy. I love it. So let's do a bit of lip liner. I'm gonna use the one from the That's Taupe collection called Cool BFF. And then I'm just gonna use the pink one because that's the one I wanted to use anyway. It's called Wildflower. And I'm just gonna dab it on lightly. So this is what that looks like. I don't know why my lips look so huge today. I definitely overlined just a little bit, but that's fine. I don't know why people complain about these lip glosses. I think they're nice. They're like the right amount of sticky that it's going to hold, but it's not stringy or anything. Let's try the other lip gloss just for funsies, and then we'll use a different lip liner with it. I'm just going to use my Project Pan. This always goes with everything. It's the Kylie Forever and Always. It's the tiniest lip liner of life. I'll literally just go over the edges. I feel like this still looks very pink, but maybe that's just what my lips look like today. And let's go into Glacier just to show you guys what that one looks like, and then we'll leave it regardless of what it looks like. We leave it. Oh yeah, this is just super shimmery and shiny. This is what that looks like. It's just got like a beautiful shine and shimmer to it. Let's do brow gel. This is Colourpop in Blonde. So this is the look. I just think it's so pretty. Look at it. Look at it. Okay, so I think the glosses are nice. Obviously, these are a bit of a thicker formula, a bit more sticky, which means it's going to stay on your lips for longer, but you have to be very careful. Apply a little bit, tap them with your finger, and it's going to look very shiny, sheeny, beautiful, but it's not going to be stringy and nasty. I think these are very, very nice. Then we have the Super Shock shadows, which are very pretty. If you feel like one green shimmer is enough, then don't get the Like a Moss one, right? So if you think Evergreen is enough, it's a bit of a deeper, more mossy shade. If you think that one's enough for you, then don't get Like a Moss, which is this one. However, if you like this look and you like the Super Shock shadow formula, I think this is one of my favorites. I also thoroughly recommend Campfire. It's so beautiful. Now, these two you probably have somewhere in your collection, Mycelium and Olympic. However, I used it in the inner corner. I think these are very nice. I'm just telling you guys what you probably have and what you probably don't have. And then we have the eyeliners. They're very nice. I like the yellow, I like the green, I like the brown. I haven't used all of them on my eyes, but I use them on my hand and I know what they work like. I'm gonna get a lot of use out of these. And then the glosses are very nice. Now, this whole collection is stunning, beautiful. I'm so happy for RawBeautyKristi. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, anything you wanna comment down below, and subscribe to videos every time I think of something to do. Save that bell, you'll be notified when that's happening. Social media links, drama channel, affiliate links, any other links in the description. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.